Greetings. I'm listening.
Good to meet you.
I've been expecting you.
For the good.
You come get the voodoo.
Hey there. And you are?
Light be with you.
You come to consult the spirits?
Welcome to Orgrimmar. Have you come to serve the Horde?
Shiny. Sail here. Me buy and trade. What?
Sail here. Me buy and trade. What?
Hello and welcome to Ctrl Alt WoW, the podcast for those of us who love World of Warcraft and love making many alts. Today is Sunday, February 2nd, 2020, and this is episode 648 entitled Another Boost, Another Max Level, Recruiter Friend, EU? I'm Aprillian, your host, and with me is two of my awesome co-hosts. Hello, Constructs. How are you?
I'm feeling not fantastic.
But you're here.
I played too much.
There's no such thing.
I overindulged. I'm suffering the consequences now.
We always have to pay the price.
Yes.
And Grand Negus, how are you?
I'm hopeful.
Well, that's good.
Excuse me?
That's good. Hopeful is good.
Yeah, but I'm not overly hopeful. I'm just hopeful. I'm not overly confident, let's put it that way. So, go Niners. So, yeah.
I'm in mourning.
I think the word you're looking for is cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, but I'm in mourning because there's a Super Bowl game and the Patriots aren't in it.
Patriots didn't make it.
Right, but it's okay because it's time to let somebody else have a go.
The one thing with the Super Bowls is that, for me at least, we all do this in one way or the other. You always have that relation to something positive that that you try to find again.
Right. Yeah.
So for me, I know that each Super Bowl the Niners played in Miami, they won. That is the third one. And the one they lost wasn't in Miami.
Oh.
So
where are they playing today?
In Miami.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Sorry, I haven't been paying attention.
Obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So Miami isn't the worst place to play for the Niners. So yeah.
And it's warm.
Yeah.
I've always and whenever I talk to Patty.
Is she in Miami?
No, I don't think so. Because we had to eliminate the Vikings, and she's a
Viking fan.
diehard Vikings fan, so I doubt that she's there. But it's a thing where, like, in my opinion, may the best team win, and if the Niners aren't the best team of the night, then, or if there's some ruling for whatever that's not supposed to be in their way or in the others, then that's it. So it's always with sports. In my opinion, it's supposed to be fair, and as long as it's fair, I'll take whatever result it dishes out. So.
Well, it's all about the commercials, right? It's not really.
I don't care about the commercials.
You don't care? What?
Yeah, but
what about the one last year with the little dog that got lost and then horses kick their ways out to protect them from the wolves?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
watch it. Because the Niners weren't in it.
Right, but it's all about the commercials and the halftime show.
I mean, the halftime show is but you can watch the halftime show later on YouTube.
Right, and you can watch the commercials later on YouTube.
Yeah.
And any wardrobe malfunction.
Those will be edited out.
Yeah, they'll be edited out.
If you want to call it that, then be my guest.
Yeah. All right, so back to.
I don't think she ever got over that.
No,
None of us did.
None of us did. So, what is going on this week in World of Warcraft? Darkmoon Fair has started. Ooh.
Yeah, Darkmoon Fair has started.
Luna Festival is still going.
Yeah.
Till Friday.
Till Friday.
And then we have time walking for another couple of days.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the arena skirmish taking the place of the time walking.
Yeah.
And we have the PvP brawl Cooking Impossible, which is totally, I don't know,
Nomi's burning the food hardcore, making chili.
Yeah. And then Saturday, after
everyone's favorite holiday.
Yeah, Luna Festival is over, we'll have Lovers in the Air. So.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have the dungeon in
Shadowfang
The
Keep.
Apothecary.
Yeah. Where we can all get upgrades to our gear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is always nice. And of course, the infamous Love Rocket.
The big Love Rocket.
Yeah.
The big Love Rocket.
I've seen it once, so I know it's in the game.
It does exist.
Yeah, apparently.
Yes. All right.
Maybe one of us will have the crazy luck that Kyle did for the Horseman's Reign.
Right. And who else got it? Didn't someone else get the Love Rocket?
Duvasay got it last year on her first attempt.
Duvasay, yes.
He leveled 50 characters to max to run as often as was needed on the first day she got it. It's like, well, guess I'm done.
That's it. I'm out of here.
For the
Mic
win.
drop. All right. And, well, let's get started.
All right.
Unless you have anything else to add. Okay, good.
I've had a fantastic weekend. Wow. It's very comforting. Those battlegrounds where you're not necessarily putting out more damage, but you feel like you're contributing more by pushing all the buttons all at once. Bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Constructs, how's your weekend WoW been? Or do we need to do an intervention?
My week was crazy busy. I was actually sick 2.5 days this week.
Oh no!
So while I was sick, I put the pedal to the metal on my WoW playtime to kind of get a few things done, prepping, collecting items for Mount Run, leveling an Alliance Mage on my third account because apparently Grand Nagus and I tried to do a fight and the Withered chewed my face off.
Ooh, that's not good.
I thought I could do. I don't got this. The Withered won big time. Like, oh, he's an elite, and he's an elite who ignores crushing blow and he ignores all this stuff. And he chewed my face off. So, like, we'll come back in a week when I've leveled something, and I've been trying like mad to level, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it like I used to back in the old days where you could level something in 3 days.
You're no Matterhorn.
It takes me a week or more, and if it's a mage, a clothy, you're allergic to damage because you go down real fast if you don't have something there to mitigate that damage or take aggro off of you. So there have been a number of deaths. So what I do now is I'm putting a plate character with her, and I triple box a rogue in there, and my rogue just basically decimates the opposition. If things go sideways, the play character picks up aggro, and then the mage just decides to block and waits for everything to die to pop out. The mage regularly, not once in a while, regularly drops to between 1% and 3% health. So yesterday I thought, this is too much. I can't do it. So I went out and I got max DPS rotation helper, and I downloaded the mage,
which we know works very well.
Works.
Yes.
By the way, push this button. Now push this button. Push this button. It's dead. Okay. Right. That took 3 seconds.
Yep. But the whole thing is that you're learning. It's not just push this button, but you're learning which buttons to push.
Well, apparently Ice Lance is really good for taunting something at 40 feet, but it's not very good for killing anything because the damage is so little. So you actually need DPS cooldowns and rotation manager to say, okay, if I wait another 30 seconds before pulling, I'm going to have a much easier time. So just wait. That way I don't have to eat food between every pull. Because that's what I was basically doing all night is every pull or every second pull, I would eat back to full health. It just slows you down. Like your rotation shouldn't include eating mage food into rotation. that doesn't add up to any good experience. I did time walking for gear. I bought, I think, 250 gloves and a 250 belt, which were upgrades because my belt was like 176. So I was still wearing the belt from boosting. So also I was wearing heirloom gear. The heirloom gear doesn't have the same quality as the Azurite gear. Sometimes you actually need to put the Azurite gear on so you can survive long enough to have the bonus effects from the gear to get stuff down and not die every pull.
Right.
So I did want to get the blue, the red, the green, and the yellow monocle on both mages and another character. So that way I can rotate whichever I'm going to do for the hive mind mount that I want to collect. Now, it's my goal to figure out how to do every single part of that mount run so that I can take Aprillian on her birthday so she can get that mount on both accounts.
Oh, we still have a month and a half.
Yeah, so that way if you have a flyer in Draenor or a flyer in Legion, you can take all your characters on the one tomb.
Ooh.
So, and you fly up to 40% faster, depending how many characters you have in the tow. So we'll see how that works. I haven't tested it yet because I don't have the mount. Once I have the mount, I will test all that. I'm really looking forward to doing it with Grand Nagus because Grand Nagus is really, 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 really knowledgeable. I cannot explain to you people
like a
how knowledgeable Grand Nagus is. It's like when he's quoting the rules of acquisition, he really knows what he's talking about.
Right,
and, when I'm playing the game and I got a real problem and I don't know what to do, I ring up Grand Nagus because, hey, what's the lore behind this crappy thing that doesn't work? Oh, well, you have to download this add-on. You have to go fetch this. You have to jump through all these hoops that are on fire, and then you have to put out yourself out from being on fire so you can complete
and turn yourself around and do the hokey pokey.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's like I tell you, it's like every episode we're about to blow up Deep Space Nine, and Grand Nagus is like, nope, let's calm down. Let's bring this down to an honorable level and figure this out. I did all my assaults on war mode because I figured out that if I do enough conquests earning, you get 10 conquest points for every reward that you get in war mode when you do incursions. So if you get enough incursions in Season 4, you get a 440 corrupted weapon.
Ooh.
Now, if you do any PvP, a 440 corrupted weapon will go a long way to one-shotting the other player. Right. So undergear players, I'm coming for you.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. On my little gnome rogue. You won't be able to see her because she'll be at your knees just chopping off whatever fat knees you have, especially the Taurens.
Yeah, chopping off those kneecaps.
Yeah, chopping off the kneecaps. I'm looking forward to it. I've been revving up my spare PC because I want to try and record some videos for YouTube. And I want to try recording podcasting because I think Aprillian can help me out with that, and Grandigus can help me out with that because they both run their own podcasts.
We may even be able to do a Ctrl Alt WoW YouTube channel. That would be nice.
I'm in a good crowd.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to being explained some stuff. Still figuring out the video stuff. I think I need another piece of hardware for streaming to have the streaming computer and the gaming computer be separate. That way the rate frames doesn't drop too much. By separating out the actual game from the actual stream, you don't have cross-pollination there, I think. And I'm starting a fourth account on EU. An account that will have nothing on it.
Okay.
No BOAs. No benthic gear, no boost.
Ooh, like a virgin account.
Just leveling from the ground up. I'm doing this so I can gift to a friend the Recruiter Friend Rewards.
Ooh.
And I'm also going to guest on a show coming up in March. So I'll let you know more details about that when I have
exciting.
a finalized date.
So it's EU sideshow?
EU sideshow, yeah.
Okay.
Is it with Jeppy? Oh, wait, never mind. I'm not going to say anything.
No, but Jeppy's guested there as well.
Okay.
This is before I started podcasting. Jeppy was talking about me back there. So, I guess I was a known quantity even before I started podcasting, which was nice. I'm spending 40 to 45 minutes of Dark Moon Fair on every character. I don't know what it is. I think I'm just too mentally fatigued to be able to run through it and just do the professions I want. What I do is I go in, and then I remember I forgot something, and then I go back to town, and then I get the mats, and I go back, and then I go, oh, I forgot to turn in my my Grizzly Trophies quest. I completed the Grizzly Trophies quest on 4 characters.
Ooh, that's a lot of killing.
That's a lot of kills, but that's from last month.
Oh, okay.
So now you can see what's happening is I'm picking up on all these other characters that I'm leveling to have the Grizzly Trophies quests on all my characters. Because I sold the Dark Moon Zeppelin for 41,000 gold.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, that's not bad.
No.
So I was like, hey, I could really use that gold for something else other than repairs, So like I'm buying stuff and buying gear and buying stuff that I'm not usually buying. I usually hoard all my gold, but
no pun intended.
No pun intended. But it's going pretty well. So I've been triple boxing thanks to the Key Clone software suggested by Jeppy. I'm triple boxing, so I fire up my 3 clients. Because if you fire up Key Clone first and then you try to bring up your clients, it asks you to put the authenticator in all of them.
Oh yeah, that's a bummer.
So it's kind of clunky, but I could see why it's like that because they don't want people stealing the software and stealing people's accounts.
Right.
So what I do is I fire up all 3 accounts first, and then I hit the Key Clone button, which I put on my command bar with all my buttons at the bottom of the screen. So Key Clone comes up, and then all my accounts are synced. So I do my preparation before starting the client, and usually I pair up the same guys. I have the same team of 3 that running for every instance or every leveling queues or every invasion or incursion, or sometimes I go in, I do Legion invasions as well, because you get 1 or 1.5 level for just doing 6 kills. It's horribly fast if you're leveling character in Legion. If you have the Wii buff or any other kind of buff that buffs your XP, because that is just pure dynamite for leveling without any hassle past Legion if you're not doing the Legion order hall and you just want to get through it. It goes pretty quick. I did go to Surmar, and I worked up my achievements right to sync up with Aprillian's achievements. So Aprillian, if you want to do some questing, I'm on got vacation in March.
Okay.
So you can hit me up anytime that week, and we'll go and figure this stuff out.
Okay.
I sent you a link or a screenshot on Twitter saying that you do need Insurrection if you want that race. So you're on the first leg of a 2-leg part achievement. You might as well get flying.
Right.
I mean, if you're gonna do Surmar,
it would make it so much
character.
easier. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you could just fly yourself around and have it on both accounts.
And then do the hokey pokey.
And you know what? I actually don't mind doing that content. I can see why Grand Nagus likes it a lot. Mm-hmm. I all of a sudden started doing the Withered Army training, and I got another pet. So I got the Leyline Broodling again.
Oh, cool.
And then it started dropping off toys. I was like, I already got the toy, so I don't need the toy. But the Leyline Broodling, I will take gladly because that's a cool pet. It's quite tough. And
you can only get it once, right?
Right.
No, you can get it 3 times.
Oh, wow.
No, you can only these items that you get from the wizard.
You can only get it once per character. Yes,
you can get each special item, only once. So if you want to get another copy, you need to do another level and play on another tune. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Gonna do it. So the Leyline Broodling is quite cool. I'll put a picture in the show notes after my segment is done. And I'm leveling skinning and leatherworking to try and cap off my Legion professions because I never capped off leatherworking in Legion. I just couldn't do it. The 3-star system kind of wrecked me. And so now I'm going back and I'm doing the stuff to get the achievement, and I'm earning 2- and 3-star recipes because it's somehow I'm finally able to work out what to do when I'm at the skinning rack because I couldn't quite get it to gel when I was doing it in Legion. I just sort of abandoned my paladin, and now I'm actually having more fun on my horde paladin. So that's the one on Earthen Ring, and I don't mind doing the quest because the stuff seems to sell on the auction house. So, why not? And that's pretty much been my week. I'm kind of out of it because of my fatigue from being sick this week. It's not just being physically tired. It's also, I was vomiting
mentally exhausted.
Other stuff during the week. So, I wasn't really feeling well. I'm glad to be at the show because that's very energizing for me, and I'm really, really glad to be part of the community. And that's my week. Thank you.
Excellent. All right.
Oh, excellent. Oh, how you doing? I get excited. I get giddy and love making mini alts. My dog is trying to poop for the Horde and for the Alliance. It was funny on my head.
Aprillian, how was your weekend? WoW?
My weekend WoW was really good. We ended with the awesome Grand Nagus taking me around Surmar, helping me with some of those quests. I'm getting closer and closer to the Nightfallen ally race. And then I looked, and I'm going to put some shots in the screen notes because I'm not used to putting shots in the screen notes, but I will because I've been remiss. I looked at Aprillian's gear, and she's still wearing her heirloom gear. So she had like 70,000 in gold. I was like, oh, okay, well, let's go to the auction house and see what we can find. And she managed to upgrade a lot of stuff. using the auction house. She went from 265 to, I think, 311 going through the auction house. But
Nice.
it left her, it left her with 5,000 in gold. A lot of stuff was way expensive. The new auction house is helpful in a lot of ways. It's more compact, but it's also a tiny bit confusing. There is a button that said pick upgrades only, which is nice. So it gives you that option. But, I mean, cloaks. Cloaks were like 500,000. An upgrade for... Yeah. That's crazy.
But you don't need a cloak because you can get the legendary cloak now.
From...
Rathion. That's 700. That's 470 item level.
Okay, so that's nice to know. I don't need the legendary cloak. It's it's kind of, I know there are things that I haven't done that I need to do that will automatically give me an upgrade. But at the same time, I had a lot of fun shopping, and then of course I immediately ran over to the transmogrifier and got my look back. If you look at the show notes, I did. Oh, what the heck! I did decide. She had the horns before.
Yeah.
I went back to the rose-colored glasses because those are just so cool. Yeah, she looks cool in that. What else did we do? We went around and we did Suramar. I'm almost halfway to another cache for the Night Fallen, which was nice. And a big shout out to my buddy Constructs for sending me some more Ancient Mana, which is always
help.
Yeah, it's awesome to have. And I had been going solo, but I did bring in another count. I brought in my Auric, that count, so she's going to be dual boxing with me. She had been, to save money, I only been playing once a month. Although, this Friday, I will be going ahead and doing the 6-month subscription.
Nice.
Yeah, what the heck. So I can get, what is it that you get from
the rat mount? I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Scratches? Is it scratches?
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, of course, today I went to Dark Moon Fair. And now I am, although I need some dye. It's so crazy.
Some blue dye.
Squeakers.
Red dye. Squeakers. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Squeakers trickster. Yeah.
Yeah. I need red dye. Jeppy was talking about squeakers, and it's always nice to hear Jeppy talk about World of Warcraft. What else have I been doing? I have been, I did manage to get a few tunes to Lunar Festival, and I'm hoping to do some more right now does it stack if I go to Dark Moon Fair?
We need to do something after the show. The three of us probably.
Oh.
We need, yes. I'm looking at your character's sheet, and I noticed that your Heart of Azeroth is level 2.
Yeah.
Once we go and do one emissary, and at the moment, the emissary for the Champions of Azeroth, whatever, is active.
Yeah.
So you will get 3,000 Azerite. And that, I think it gets you, automatically bumps your Heart of Azeroth to level 50 or 65 or 60, something like that. So that takes it from 290, I think it is at the moment, to 450.
Ooh. You know, it's so funny because we're on so many different levels. And the other day I was talking to a coworker about when I first started at Amtrak, the old people were talking about retirement. Yeah. And I was like, to me, they sounded like the adults on the Peanuts. Wah, 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 wah. And now that I'm 2 years away from retirement, actually 10 years ago, it started focusing in. And now I hear you guys, and you guys are going, wah, wah. But I believe you, and I trust you, and I'm looking forward to, let's do this thing. Let's get me the Heart of Azeroth, you said?
The Heart of Azeroth.
Okay.
It's your neck piece.
It's a neck piece, yeah.
Oh, because my current neck piece is like 260. It's the Heart of Azeroth, but 282.
Yes. It levels up. Yeah. It levels up as you add artifact power.
Ooh, artifact.
You can see it says 2 beneath in the little box.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. It does.
Yeah. Granted, I'm playing the content a little more than you, but I just got my heart to 70, and that's low at the moment. That's like entry level for last major patch.
Yeah. Right.
But
so in other words, you feel a little sorry for me.
That's not how we look at it.
Okay.
No.
I just want to put it in perspective that I'm still one expansion behind in progress on the heart. And I'm still at level 70. And you, quote unquote, barely started leveling it. If you had played the tune and leveled it in current content, it would be least 8 current content. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Those are funny words.
Wait a minute, current content.
Had
you
visited Zandalar?
Okay.
This batch thing we talking about?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know what you're talking about. I apologize.
No problem. You would have gotten, I think, 8 or 9 in the levels, and we'll see how much.
We'll just go on a little adventure. How's it?
Yeah, we're gonna do four Azerite quests or Champion of Azeroth, and then we'll get you to whatever.
So probably hit 11 or 10 in one shot.
No. That's not how it would. Yeah, well, it might be that. Yeah, probably we get the first boost and then it boosts you out automatically. I'm not sure as to where the boost happens. I think it happens the next time you visit the Hard Forge, but I'm not sure. So, but again, we'll see.
All right. And so now I've activated, I'm actually dual boxing right now. I'm bringing out Auric, because Auric is only 101. And I have really been very negligent to her, so I am going to, or him. He used to be a him. He had a transgender.
He had an accident.
No, he had a transgender sex change. And now he's a her. Actually, she's gone through a lot, because originally...
She woke up on the other side of the bed?
Originally, she was a Tauren.
Really?
Yes. I just got tired of her not being able to go through doors.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Feel your pain.
That female Tauren issue, yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up turning her into an orc, because you know how I love my orcs. I think I love my orcs as much as Vrishna loved night elves. Even though they run like they're pregnant.
Blood elves.
Yeah, blood elves. I'm sorry, not night elves. I mean, who likes night elves? Because they like bounce like they have a venereal disease. Ooh. I didn't mean to say that.
They have a little
discomfort.
Yeah. So I'm not sure which one of them left the stove on. I'm really not sure. But.
Right. And so I just I went into I brought an orc because Aprillian did not have any dye. I can't believe she didn't have any blue dye or orange, red dye for her the banner thingy. So Orc is bringing that to her. What else am I doing? I did some pet battles last week while the pet battle bonus was up, and I've gone to my garrison mostly because I wanted to pick up some of the hex weave because the bags are so awesome, and I have a bunch of bags now, and I guess that's about. I
sent you a couple of furs that I got.
Yes, you did. That's what I meant to do. Shout out to you for the furs and for the ancient mana you sent me. That's great.
And I just sent you a pet as well.
All right, thank you. You are
for
totally awesome. Fee. And now I'm getting my wee buff, and I'm gonna go do some Lunar Festival stuff on Auric because that will help her. She's only 101, which is a shame because she, I think at one time she was ahead of Aprillian. And I think that's about been my week.
I noticed there's a couple quests that don't give you the guild rep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why it's like that, but if you do the Lunar Festival and Elder, you get the 250 rep with the bonus.
Oh, that's
and if you do like a low level quest, sometimes you don't get any rep. Like a turn in, go see this guy and hand in, you
don't get rep at all. The turn-ins for the.
You get like 25 rep, not 250 guild rep.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
A couple of early on said quests in the Lunar Festival, you get horde rep.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting because there are some where you get, and I noticed this because I used the add-on for displaying all the various currency that I get, including rep and stuff, and it's displaying as if it was a floating combat text.
Interesting.
And that shows you whenever you get something, it basically mirrors your chat in that regard. And it said you get, or I got in that case, 75 rep for each horde.
I had one of those low amount reps as well.
Yeah. And then the next time I did a similar, obviously not identical quest, it only said 25 for horde, which is like the overarching special thing that is so hard to get.
I also noticed when I do party sync, some of the quests give you like 165 rep if you have the buff, the 10% buff. And some of the quests that you repeat don't give you any rep, or they give you 25 rep.
Yes, you don't get. Apparently, I noticed that too when I did the party thing with Brilliant last week.
Yeah,
the story quests that you get, that you do, apparently don't give you repeated rep. If there is one that you just happen to do that you haven't done before, then you get the normal amount of rep.
Yeah.
But if it's a quest that you have done already on your own, then you don't get.
But even
rep
guild
again.
guild rep doesn't get paid out sometimes because you're repeating the quest.
Yep. Which is fair, because then you could just polish sync.
Yeah. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, but that's cheating, and I totally understand why they don't do it.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Who's gonna know?
Yeah, no. And to be honest, why would you want to do that? Because you could just go and then play the other stuff. Why do you want to?
I'm gonna hit max level and a boosted character who's not gonna be exalted with the guild they're in. So that means they're gonna have to do dailies or world quests to get exalted.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you get if you have your tabard,
right.
your double rep tabard for the guild rep, and you have the what's the other one? The other one I'm thinking of.
I am about to pull wife aggro. Sorry.
That's okay, but if you have all your heirlooms and the gem that we talked about earlier, constructs.
Oh yeah, the XP gem for 5% XP.
Yeah, because quite a few people forget that they can have that as soon as you have a socket in one of your.
It's unique equipped though. You can't have it more than one in any socket.
That's correct. You can't have more than one, but you still can have that one, and that's 5%. That's as much as any of the small heirlooms, like the ring or what's the other one that gives you? Oh, there are 2 rings, because you have the fishing ring and the normal ring. That each give you 5%, if you should be so lucky as to have the.
We're all excited to interrupt the brilliant in your segment. So sorry.
It's fine because I am trying to do Dark Moon Fair, and I was out of blue dye, so I brought Auric over, and Auric is out of sync probably because of the war mode, right? Yeah. And so I decided to put it in a in the
guild chest.
In the guild chest, right? But when I went to do it, there was something that Auric needed, and I wanted to make sure. Now all of a sudden, Auric's on a mount, and she can't get off of it. So she's, I can't even. She is lasso, power up, jump to banner, jump to racer, and I can't get out of this. How am I even in this?
There should be a dismount.
There is. No, I know there should be a dismount, but there's no dismount. There's nothing. So apparently I ended up in some race thing, and I'm on a mount, and I can't get off of it.
Oh, I know which one you're doing. You're doing the race around the island. There's a timer on it.
And I don't even
Stop running. Just park it, and the timer will run out, and then you'll dismount.
Okay, all right. Because this is just ridiculous. But I ended up, there was already some dye in the guild bank, and I didn't even need Auric. So now we're able to plant my banner. I've been making big use of my gruntlings. I'm telling you. She was one of my best investments.
That's the next thing I'm doing on my paladin.
The Argent tournament.
Yeah, the Argent tournament.
She's great. She's a bank. I mean, I guess it's a boy. It's a bank.
It's also a pet I don't have. I have to have it.
What?
Yeah. Oh, you don't have it?
But okay.
I have the Alliance Squire. I don't have the Horde Gruntling.
Okay. And she's a bank. She's a trader, but of course you already have your. But sometimes if you're inside somewhere, like when I'm running through Felsol and I need it, she can be a bank and she can be a mailbox. So she's like awesome.
Yep.
He's like
if
awesome.
If you bought the pony for it.
Right, if you buy the pony for it, right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you need 200 effectively, I think. Or is it 100 or is it 150 for the pony?
150. Yeah. And you actually should, before you buy the pony, you should buy the tabard, because the tabard teleports you directly there, which is handy for quest turn-ins.
Right, exactly.
But theoretically, just for the Gruntling or the Squire, you need 200 for the services, for the full set of services.
Right.
Yes.
That it can provide.
And if you're farming those brooms, the enchanted brooms, you can sell those for 40,000 gold.
Yeah, those are nice. Yeah. All right, and that's been my week. I'm having fun, and I'm glad that I feel better having Auric back. I don't know if you've ever had the feeling when you have an account that you haven't been using that you feel like, oh my God, I've been denying you.
That's what I've felt like with my third account for a long time. I just wasn't leveling anything. Then I did my 2 boosts on it, and now it's like I can't stop using it. I'm so addicted.
One thing was weird was when I got on the she needs tickets. When I got on the Wii ride, Aprillian was on a mount. I can't do anything.
That's because there's the roller coaster and the carousel.
Yeah.
The roller coaster you can't get off.
But does that give you a Wii buff?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's try that. I'm kind of sad because I have no fossils on Auric. Let me see. Where is she on archaeology? Because, it's just at 188. Because I've been using those boxes on Aprillian for fossils. So I don't have to go out and look for fossils anymore. But I guess Auric will have to. Can she trade them? Can she give away fossils?
No, you can't. It's soulbound.
Oh, well. Oh, well. Anyways, that's been my week.
Nice. We have a couple of people in the chat room.
Hi, chat room. How are you?
We have Lita, and we have
Lita?
Lost Cause.
Did you say Lita?
Yes, I did.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Lita, hi. We love you. Feed us. I know you have some cake behind you somewhere. Lost Cause, hi. Thank you. You're always awesome.
Oh, Lost Cause is in a dilemma.
Oh?
He said, yeah, I ordered out for dinner, completely forgetting it is Super Bowl Sunday. I won't see that food for hours.
Why?
Sacrilege. How could you?
Where are you, Lost Cause?
3-hour wait.
Right. Did you get wings?
and Lita says she just made Dalaran brownies. So send a couple of them our way, please.
Oh my God! She conjured up mage food.
She is awesome. I love her posts on cooking, and I'm amazed at what she can make. She is awesome.
Cheesesteak and wings.
Cheesesteak and wings. Okay. You'll see them in a couple of hours. Yeah. There was a rumor that, and they never, nobody's ever been able to validate it, but during halftime, supposedly, the flushing of the toilets caused a rise in water level, or lower in water level, but I don't know if that's really true. Who's playing again? Yeah. Kansas City and
the Niners.
The 49ers, right. It's funny because I was actually stationed in Kansas City at one time, so I guess I should root for Kansas City. All right. Thanks, guys, for listening and for being in the chat room. Yeah, the Chiefs deserve to win because they haven't won in a while. But I don't know. Are we doing Are we doing a? Here's your participation trophy type Super Bowl.
No, of course not.
Because of course, if we did the best of the best, the Patriots would be playing.
They wouldn't, because look at the record. The Niners have the season's best record.
All right. So I just heard back to Shalaron, and it's empty, and there's all this debris laying around. And is that just because I'm still in a party with Auric? So I'm going to leave Auric's party.
Yes, Auric has not progressed as far as you.
Yeah.
And he's probably party leader.
Yeah, I did do party sync.
What he sees.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now I'm back. Oh, here we are. We're back again.
Yeah.
They're my portals. Hello, beautiful portals. That was kind of creepy. Oh, and I got mail from Construct. Ooh, Leyline. Broodling.
There you go.
It's so beautiful.
That'll be 5 gold, please.
Okay. You got it. You got it. All right.
No, but you could see from both sides how the mechanics of the polysync works.
Right, and I can also see how far I've come.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
That makes me feel good. How come it won't let me? Oh, I gotta say something. Thank you. It won't let me just send you 5 gold. I have to say thank you. All right, here we go. All right, and that's been my week.
I find it very, very easy to be true. Am allerschönsten war es doch zu Haus, und da zog mich einst in die Welt hinaus. Und in der Ferne suchte ich mein Glück. Wer kennt den Weg zurück?
And now it's time for Add-on Spotlight and a whole bunch of other stuff with Grand Nagus. What do you have for us this week, Grand Nagus?
Not that much, but still some. Let's start with the add-on. I talked to no, the other way around. I looked at a couple of people tweeting about add-ons, and one was talking about an add-on helping with mount management.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I thought that just so if you want to do some mount management and you're not satisfied with base favorite random stuff like Little Sparks was in this case, you can try the add-on that's called Livestock, where and it's not only a mount management but also a pet management add-on. So it has a intelligent mount summoning feature that can be annoying at times because apparently, and I still haven't found a way to get around this, but what it does basically is it lets you summon a mount according to your flight ability and your surroundings. So if the area that you are in is a flying capable area and you have the appropriate flying skill unlocked, it will automatically summon a flying mount, which can be annoying if you don't want to fly, if you just want to be on a ground mount. But again, then you can obviously summon manually another one or have a second option set, but that can sometimes be a little strange.
Right.
And again, if you are in the water and you click that one mount button, it will automatically summon a water mount. And so forth. So I really like this add-on. If you set it up properly, it can be really helpful. The other one that I want to talk about, and that was just a little side note, the add-on that I want to talk about mainly today, and the reason being that it finally got its proper update, is Arc Inventory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my favorite bag add-on. And again, it might not be for everyone. Obviously, there are so many add-ons like Bagnon and like the built-in one from LVI, if you use that. That's all fine and well. But like I said a couple of weeks ago, when we have the major updates, quite a few add-ons break, and Arc Inventory has a tendency of easily breaking. It got a beta update a day and a half after launch, and then it got an update, I think, halfway through week 1, but it still didn't work properly, for me at least. And apparently today, when just before the show, I checked the add-on list in the Twitch client, and apparently it's gotten an update, another update now. So I hope that that's the one that tweaked the issues that the add-on had with the latest patch, with the 8.3 patch. So if you haven't turned on your Arc Inventory again, I would say that it's pretty safe to do so now after the patch. The other issue I want to mention, and that's the thing that I've had continuous issues with, is that there are problems with the add-on and the profiles and the accounts. So, like every one of us here, we have multiple accounts. Not necessarily multiple Battle.net accounts, but that's in this case beside the point. As soon as you have a second or third account active, you will not be able to properly export the profiles for this add-on, for Arc Inventory. I'm not sure why, but if there is anyone listening that has any contact to the add-on managers, the add-on creators of Arc Inventory, or if the author listens, him or herself, I don't know, please make an export feature. That would be so helpful, because keeping two profiles current at all times, whenever you switch accounts and you have to, this is that account and this is the other account, and I have to, this item I haven't assigned to any category yet, and I have to re-enter all the custom categories. I think by now I have like 60 categories, different categories, and having to re-enter them in the second, or if I ever were to activate my third account, having to do that all over again a third time, and then the hundreds or thousands of items, assign them again. That's a body of work that I'm very reluctant to do, let's put it that way. So that's the only downside I have with the Arc Inventory, that the blessing of the mechanics that it provides can also, in this case, be a major curse. Yeah, that's add-ons for today. My playtime hasn't been too much. What variety is concerned, I did a couple of garrison stuff with my Cinderai Hunter. I built a spirit lodge, or on the other side, it's the mage tower.
Right.
And I started to farm the ogre stones. I found a really, really great spot to farm those, where I think I got roughly 115 minutes.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yep. And I just turned around, killed some stuff, and then ogres in this case, obviously. And then I turned around again, and the ones that I just killed were respawned. So that's like just like a little one room that I just can walk around in and just kill it over and over. That's like really, really awesome. So getting those items, items to instant finish your missions, they are really valuable, especially if you have these 10 hours or whatever 20-hour missions in the beginning, where you have 3 followers assigned, and if you're not done with your recruiting from the inn, which is something that if you want to finish or not finish, obviously you can't hardly ever finish the recruiting for the followers, because there are like 300
right
at least, and the way you can get the extras is by, again, recruiting from the inn, and you can only recruit 1 per week. So do the math with 260 or 240, 50, 60, something like that, to past 250. Overall, you need that many weeks to do it. So that's like, if you do it diligently, you need 5 years. So, yeah. I mean, okay, Draenor the expansion has been out for about 5 years now, so the first people should be finishing off their collection by now. If you do it diligently enough, that's something that, so, and again, if you go and level all those followers, that's some dedication. So if you start out with a new character, the way that I would suggest you do it is, the first thing is you go and, as fast as possible, get Harrison Jones, because he has a unique ability to bump your item level to 100, so you can do the high-end level quests with the high-end level amount of experience you get for it with no penalty. So if you use a level 90 follower on a level 93 mission, you get you get a penalty because your follower isn't powerful enough.
Right.
With Harrison Jones, that doesn't happen. That penalty is not happening. So you can take a level 90 follower on a mission that's for level 100, and it will get instead of getting 100 or 300 experience for a level 90, that's equivalent. That's appropriate. You can get up to 15,000.
Wow. That's
which
big.
is a huge boost for that.
And it can be buffed if you have extra training on the other two followers as well.
That is correct. So, but extra training is something that you should you can do that, but again, extra training is risky because again that's something that
No, not Harrison Jones having extra training.
I know
Extra training be on one of the second followers with the ability to complete the mission, and you can have extra training or fast learner on the one that you want to level, who's level 90. So in level 90, 15,000, you'll hit level 99 in one shot.
Correct, but that's dependent on the loadout of abilities for the respective mission.
Absolutely.
For Harrison Jones, that ability, that special trait, isn't dependent on any of the on any of the secondary abilities. So that doesn't happen. And with the two abilities that you can, or three even that you can put in, you should have enough abilities to cover almost enough to have him be working properly every time. So if you happen to have the luxury to have the fast learning or the other thing, then that's okay. But again, that's something that takes away from other abilities. So interesting. And then, as I said earlier, you want to go and build the Spirit Lodge because you want the ability, the item that can instantaneously complete a mission, however long and difficult it is. And you want to build the barracks, is it? That give you the
extra 5 followers.
No, not that. The one for the item.
The Lunar Fall Inn, or I don't know what it's called, the tavern on the Horde side.
No, that's not it. No. The where you go and do your what's it called? You feed the items, the iron scraps.
Dwarven bunker, Horde.
Yeah, Dwarven. Yeah,
side. I don't know what it's called. Horde side.
Yeah, right. That thing, because you want the items for the followers to be or to boost them.
Armor, the balanced armor, the reinforced armor, or the overpowered armor.
Yeah,
and the weapons is the same thing.
Yeah, so you can theoretically not build or tear down or replace the barracks, because that's quote unquote only good for 20 for the 5 bonus. It doesn't give you any extra special things. So if you can live with the set of 20 followers, and you don't need the on a max tune, on a max level character, you don't necessarily need your bodyguard, or maybe you finished your bodyguard leveling if that's what you want to do, so you can tear down or replace the barracks with that. In what you said, the dwarven bunker. I don't know what it's called on the horde side, but those 2 buildings. They're both large buildings. That's why you can only have 2 of them. So you need to either choose between the Spirit Lodge and the bunker, or if you want to keep the barracks. So if you but to level the followers, you can keep or build the Spirit Lodge or the Mage Tower, depending upon faction, and then use that instant finish item. But the only downside with it is that it only stacks to 5. So either you get it in the mail. If you loot more than 5, it will go into your mailbox. And then you need to be aware that if you loot a stack of 5, or a stack that is higher than the remaining open number. So if you have a stack of 4 in your mailbox, and you have 3 items left in your inventory, that means you can only carry 2, but you will still get the 4 stack in your inventory, but you will lose the 2. So be aware of that. That's a very strange mechanic. And but I'm not sure. They might have changed it by now, but last time I did this, I lost quite a few of these items because
if you cashed all 36, if you have a storehouse, that you might lose a significant amount there. I can see that.
No, it's the items itself, the boost, the finishing items. I can't remember what they're called. Yeah. They stack to 5.
The balanced items get you to eye level 615.
No. I'm talking about the items that finish the missions instantaneously.
Oh, the conclusion items. Yeah.
So they stack
from
to 5.
Putting work orders in the Mage Tower.
Yeah, exactly. So they are. You can only carry 5 of them.
That's right.
And if you used 2 and you have 3 left, and then you loot, either you loot or you get from the mailbox, you get a stack of more than 2, you will lose them.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's the looting, but definitely from the mailbox. Again, if they haven't changed it by now, so that's something. Lita says there are really so many things you can do in the game. It's not even current stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. Very true, Lita. Yeah. So yeah. Again, be aware, because those are really, really valuable. Again, if you have a mission that's like one of the special missions that are a day long, And you can use that item to instantaneously finish the mission. Saves you literally a day of waiting. So they are really, really valuable. In the beginning, they're good for the 10-hour missions that take 3 followers, and 10 hours is quite a bit of waiting time as well. As for the loadout of the recruited followers, just to finish this off, I would go with Epic Mount, because that's the trait that gives you that cuts the duration of the mission in half.
Yeah, 50% faster.
50%, exactly. So if you have 3 followers on the 10-hour mission that each have the Epic Mount, the first one would cut it to 5 hours, the second to 2.5, and the third to 1 hour 25. So there's a distinct difference between 10 and 1 hour and 1 hour 15. Sorry.
Right. Yeah.
So that's really, again, it takes three weeks for the first set of 3 to come around, because again, only 1 per week. But that's still quite valuable.
Right.
And if you have Harrison Jones, which again should take at least 6 days to get, because you can only get 1 daily done per day, and if you are lucky and there are no repeated quests, I'm not sure if
they don't repeat. They have a sequence.
Okay.
If you do it religiously every day, you get a different quest every day.
Okay, good. So it's 6 days then. 8?
Yes.
8? Is it 8 or 6? 6.
The problem is finding it on a garrison with somebody willing to invite you.
Right.
You always have to have somebody with alts or somebody with 2 accounts so you can invite yourself. And sometimes it's up on the same account as the one you need it on. So you can give it to somebody else, but you're not able to get it yourself unless someone invites you to their garrison with Harrison or Surveyor Daltrey.
Yeah, that's
Surveyor Daltrey is the person that replaced Harrison Jones once you earn him.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so that's like a few neat.
Can you talk about the achievement to earn Harrison Jones? Relic Hunter.
Yeah, that's the epic, the meta achievement.
Meta, yes.
Yeah, and then you get something with Junior in it.
Don't call me Junior. That's where you earn Harrison.
Exactly. So the one is requirement for the other. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's little garrison 101.
There's only one of those quests that requires an item in your bags. All the other quests don't require any items. The item, Blessing of the Thunder Lord, of the Thunder Sage, is an item in Frostfire Ridge that's raw cleft hoof meat. If you don't have that item in your bag, you cannot complete that quest.
Correct.
Because what happens is you go to an altar, and if you don't have the raw cleft hoof meat, what happens?
Nothing.
You cannot summon the final mob to do the turn-in.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't come.
Because it doesn't have food to eat. It's not being lured in. Yeah, right.
Fortunately, if you play Horde side, right beside your garrison, there's a bunch of raw cleft hoof beasts.
Right.
You can just whack them one by one until you get the draw. It takes 4 or 5 kills to get your draw.
I think I got mine on the second even. So yeah. Yeah, that's quite handy.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, even if you are on a Alliance, you can fly down there. If it's the same area, I don't know. But
you can fly there. It is just no garrison. If you're Alliance.
But the mobs are still there.
The mobs are there. Yes.
Yeah. So that's good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so my quote-unquote next Forsaken Warlock gained 70 earlier today.
Oh, congrats.
Yep, thank you.
What race is he?
Forsaken Warlock.
Need I ask?
That's the race, Forsaken Warlock.
I've yet to make a Vampire Warlock.
No.
Why would you do that?
That's coming.
Oh,
it's coming. An evil Valpyra.
Nah,
cute, and cuddly, and deadly.
All my warlocks on the horde side are Forsaken. It's a race. It's nothing that's optional. Forsaken Warlock is a race.
Playable character race. Forsaken Warlock.
Yeah. Evil can be cute. Yes, they can, but still,
at least
enough other people that do it. But my.
Now, on the Alliance side, do you still have to go down to down the tunnel and down into the basement because the Alliance doesn't like warlocks?
Oh?
No, you don't.
You're talking about
I haven't done any leveling of Warlocks Alliance side for a long time. I level mine in dungeons. There's no rituals anymore, as far as I could tell. Your Warlock trainer can be found in what's that city called?
Stormwind.
No, in the Borean Tundra, Valiant's Keep. There's a Warlock trainer there, so if you don't want to go to Stormwind, you just take the boat.
But what would you need a Warlock trainer for?
Right. Who goes to trainers anymore?
To talk to your mentor.
Oh.
But what for?
Just to say hi.
There you go.
See how you're going. What's going on, dude?
To pat yourself on the back as you're
What's up, Warlock trainer?
As you're becoming more demonic.
Oh, good point, Vita. Vita says Forsaken will always be cute. Yes.
I'm so sorry, I can't see Lita.
I think there's a little biasness going on there, but hey.
I don't know.
No, not bias. Just plain simple fact. Okay, yeah, so never biased, no. Yeah, he is a tailor and a miner.
Nice.
Because on that server, I don't have a miner, so I thought, I might as well go and do some mining, and then I picked up the leveling now with the Lunar Festival going on.
Can I just interject for 1 second? I just feel so sorry for these injured carnies. I think they should just take them out of the game. Because they sit there and you can't heal them and they're just injured.
Oh, you can. Of course you can.
Oh. But does it do anything?
Just not as part of the quest.
Right.
Because it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, so if you're a tailor and you have bandages, you can heal them. Anyone can go and put a bandage on them. Right,
you don't need to be a tailor. You just need to be a tailor to make the bandages.
Okay, anyone can put, but then it doesn't do any good. Do they get up and go away? All right, I'm gonna have to check this out now. All right.
It should work. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Have you tried the new arcade game? Oh. Vita,
yeah,
no,
the
I haven't.
arcade is available at Dark Moon Fair now.
Yeah, right. It's 8.3. No, I haven't. Not yet.
I haven't tried it either.
Where is it located?
At Dark Moon Fair?
Yeah. There's a new arcade game. That's a new. Yeah.
I'm already overwhelmed by all the stuff I have to do. I'm not taking on that one on this batch yet.
Is it near the roller coaster?
Behind the roller coaster.
Okay, I'm going to look.
Lita says. That's like one of the things that I was really underwhelmed with was the roller coaster.
I mean, I had fun.
But, I mean, to be honest, the roller coaster is nice once or twice. But the thing is that you're locked into it for the entire duration.
You can't hop off and kill yourself?
You can't. Nope, I don't think so, at least.
All right.
And if you can, Lita says the roller coaster makes her sick. Mm. Yeah, it's nothing that was like gamey. It was no new game, no new attraction. It's wrong because the roller coaster is an attraction, but still, I was quite underwhelmed with the roller coaster. I just used a Band-Aid on an injured carny and nothing happened. They just stayed there injured. Oh. Poor carnies. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go look for the video game. The arcade game. So, yeah.
Just call an Uber for the carny. Take him to the hospital.
Yeah. And as I said earlier, my Heart of Azeroth, I got it to 70, so I got my first legendary essence, finally. Not that it was any upgrade power-wise, because the legendary level is only an optics upgrade. You only get a fancy, special, new effect, spell effect. There's nothing power gained with it. So yeah, but that's okay. And I think that's probably going to be the only legendary that I'm ever going to get. Yeah. So. Yeah, and that's pretty much been my week. All right, so I'm back. Oh, Dark Moon Arcade Console. I click it, unlock the arcade console for the day. And what am I doing? Oh, Hex Sweeper, Rune Bulleye, Barrels of Fun. Play Barrels of Fun. Huh, interesting. Is it like a mini game? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I guess, am I playing that barrel game? I don't know. Barrel game is red. Huh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Yeah. Play Barrels of Fun. So I'm in here. I've clicked barrels. Oh, it is. It's like playing the barrel game. So then you click on it, and you can figure out what barrel. So there's a bunch of different mini games. All right, thanks, like Lita. Six mini games. Yep. Yeah, and then I didn't get it. Lita, are there mini game versions of the attractions on the Dark Moon Fair Island? Is that what it is? Yeah. So now I'm trying to figure out where that barrel went to, which I always hate. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Great. Thanks, Lita. And thanks, Grand Negus. Oh, you're welcome.
I guess it's time for email now.
Email, folks?
Email. Email.
La data. You've got mail. Who's next? I'm addicted to you, baby.
Lovely little email.
All right, we have heard from Kyle this week, and we want to give a shout out to Kyle because we love him so much. Kyle says, hello, everyone. Not much new on my end, but I do have another blast from the past. Today, we explore episode 398, Enjoy. Thank you, Kyle. I guess you're busy with school because this has got to be a busy time. Right before spring break, I'm thinking. It's coming up. Oh, and by the way, I guess he didn't see his shadow. So
Phil Puxatoni.
So we don't have any winter. It's going to be 6 weeks. Because, of course, we can listen to a marsupial. Is he a marsupial or a rodent? But not actual scientist. All right, let's listen to Kyle's blast from the past. This is episode 398 entitled Garrison, My Garrison. So the title of today's show is because we've been spending a lot of time in our garrisons.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, have I?
It's fun. You know, it reminds me a little bit of The Sims on Facebook. Do you remember that, Tidra? Remember how much?
Oh yeah.
We have to do little things to build up our house and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's much more fun. So anyways, so we were talking about, what were we calling the garrisons? Oh, Hotel California.
Yeah.
You can check out any time you want, but you can never leave.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it kind of feels like that because you're constantly wanting to go back, and you know it's like oh missions are up. Even though I'm in the middle of doing like 5 quests somewhere else,
and way out
like,
where you had to ride out to get to it.
Yep. It's like I'll just go back to my garrison. Yep.
My little missions complete thing is flashing at me right now, but I have 3 minutes left on my jawless skulker bait thing.
That is one of the few things that will make me wait.
Yeah, so I'm waiting 3 minutes before I go back to my garrison. In fishing news, let's see, I was fishing this just now, and I'm up to 74 enormous fat sleepers.
That is awesome.
I need 26 more to get that achievement, and then I'll have to do it all over again on all the other ones before I get my level 3 fishing check. Oh my gosh.
Before Nat Pagel will come, you have to get that.
I know. And that stupid troll just keeps tempting me. Oh, have you heard about Nat Pagel? I'm like, yes, we're best
friends. I thought he said when you get fully trained. So when I hit 700, I went to talk to him, and he's still saying when you get fully trained. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You're not fully trained.
I'm not fully trained.
Yeah.
Bastards. He told me,
you know what's funny is that in vanilla we had to go get his fish from all around Azeroth. We come back and he's like, dude, you're my best friend. And then in Miss, he's like, I don't know you. I don't. We need to be best friends. So you work your backside off and get best friends with him. And he's like, yeah, we're pals. You're my best friend.
Have a chair. Have a craft.
He doesn't know us. He's like, I don't know who you are.
I'm not even coming over your house.
Yeah.
Beat it, Nate. So, well, I'm almost on my way to having one step closer to him acknowledging me again.
You know, I've had sometimes when I'm bringing in my call to arms, bringing my followers to fight, if we take down the person that I'm fighting, they'll go look for other people.
Yeah, they're vicious.
They're like over there going, come here, let me at him. Who wants a piece of me? I'm like, shh, I didn't want to wake him.
That's an elite. Oh, no. Yeah, Vivian has run herself to her death. You know, I'm like, no, Vivian, go back to the barracks.
Yeah, I killed her twice. I've killed her twice, and then she doesn't want to come play with you for at least an hour.
No, she's like, oh, life is so hard. I must recline in my hammock before coming out. Attend to your needs.
Don't you feel like just going, suck it up, princess? I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So just get over it and get off your backside and come help me.
Have some hardtack and get your ass out here.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of shout-outs, I was in Wintergrasp, which I'm actually no longer going out to Wintergrasp or Tolbarad because I have maxed out what I need and what I can get for her with honor. So now it's more like, okay, the honor is just racking up because they give you honor for everything now. But while I was out there on one of my last runs, right near the very end, this player Ulrich, who's in another guild, and I've seen Ulrich around. We've been in a lot of Tolbarods and Winter Grasps together, and very nice person. Not one of these obnoxious ones, and just does what you need to do, and off we go. So Ulrich popped in, and I was hanging out at the Broken Temple Siege Workshop, and Ulrich. And if you look at the show notes, you can see the little text. But Ulrich greeted me with a hearty hello. So I waved at Ulrich. And then Ulrich whispered me, "I love you on Ka."
Wow! How awesome is that?
I said, "Thanks." And I'm sitting here like clapping. That was so cool. I just always assume that, if someone's not in the guild, they don't know who we are.
Right, yeah.
That was pretty awesome. I told you I had gotten this loot and this kind of pervy, gruesome NPC in Ashran was like, "Oh, give me the armor. Oh, it still smells fresh." Well, I got another. You get these chests, these war chests, not the regular prize ones, but they're like battered ogre war chests in Ashran. And when you open them up, that's when you get these things that this guy likes. Well, I got another one this week, and inside it was a severed night elf head. If that wasn't bad enough, I put the little screenshot in the show notes because it has a little tip for you. The perfect Wintervale tree topper.
Oh no!
I want one.
Nice. I want one. That sounds awesome.
No, we all know the best tree topper is the angels. From Doctor
Weeping
Who.
Angel.
The Weeping Angels, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
From Nevik of Nevikup, Ethering, and your hearts.
All right. Let's listen to Nevik. How exciting.
So I've been trying to figure out how I was going to start this audio. I mean, I used to start every audio with "Greetings, Java," but, that doesn't quite work anymore for obvious reasons. So I was taking the letter of each name, and I was like, let's see, we got what, Alt V. I guess that might work, or maybe Vault without the U, like VALT. And I was like, whatever. But anyways, it's been a long time, hasn't it, Ctrl Alt WoW? Yeah, it's been, I don't even know how long it's been since I sent in an audio, or even when I was this addicted to WoW. I mean, garrisons have really, really sucked me in. And it's quite possibly the most nefarious thing Blizzard has ever done. Now I have this compulsion to log in, virtually almost every hour of every single day to, check on my followers, send them back out on missions. And it's like, for what? I got to get more resources, got to build up my garrison. And, so I recently just got Draenor Angler. Actually, I just got that earlier this morning. I think. Was it this morning? It was this morning. And I should have just gone to bed at that point, but I was like, I can have Nat Pagel as my follower. And so I was like, okay, let's see. I have to go out to Pandaria and talk to him. And then I was like, well, should I do some of these quests for the anglers? Because I haven't gotten my water strider nor my raft. And I think I'm only friendly with the anglers. I was like, no. I need to get to bed. So I talked to Nat Pagel, and then immediately Garrison Hearth, and there he was at my fishing shack. And I was like, yeah. And, by the way, this all happens when you get fishing shack level 3. So I went up to Nat Pagel and I was like, oh, cool. He's going to be I have to go do a quest. I have to fish up a lunker from every single zone in Warlords, except for Tanan, for obvious reasons, since that's closed off at the moment. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, well, I sure, why not? Let's go do it. And so there I went. Yeah, so fishing, wow, I it's relaxing for some reason. I can't explain it, especially when you're sitting on top of a mushroom and it's raining, and it's so peaceful. And that's kind of a weird, juxtaposition of the rest of the expansion, because everything's so savage in Draenor.
Oh my God, that was so good. I just love the fact that, yes, the garrisons were like kind of Sims, and that you had to, on Facebook, and that you had to do stuff to build it
They're
up.
still that in a way.
Yeah, there's still that in a way. And it was so good to hear from Nevercoof. And we do miss Java, which was...
Sitting on the top of the mushroom, yeah?
Curse you, Lita. I went to play these games, and one of them is a game where you have to mine Hex Sweeper, and if you step in the wrong spot, it's little mines, it kills you, and you have to run back to your corpse. So I don't know. They're cute little games. I did end one, but you don't get anything. They're just...
Oh, Lita says, you died, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And it's so funny. I'm going to put a screenshot in the show notes. The whole area is littered with different corpses, different size corpses, little gnome corpses. There's a Tauren corpse.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Thank you, Kyle.
That's basically the same as the Coltiran. No, not Coltiran. Kirin Tor game. Mini game for the daily. Lita, is that how it is?
Oh, well, there's one called Totemic Matrix, and I can't figure it out. You have to turn the totems into different things, and it's not working for me. But I did do Remembery, so that was kind of fun. And it's kind of neat. It's something, I guess, just pass the time. I did expect to get something from it, but hey, it's not always the case.
Isn't there an achievement at least?
Oh, if you do all the ones, I guess there could be. Yeah, that would make sense. All right.
Couple seem to be ones we've done in dailies. Yeah, I figured as much.
All right. Well, now's the time I get to play this.
We're clan of darkness here together. What's in an egg that we can't weather? Apocalypse. We've all been there. The same old boss. Why should we care?
We're clan of darkness here together. What's in an egg that we can't weather? There's nothing that we can't face.
Except for bunnies.
Constructs, how are the Clans of Darkness and Ctrl Alt WoW on Wormrester Cord and Nevercoof doing?
Well, I looked it over, and it looks like Wormrester Cord is kind of quiet. The guild leader is still inactive over there.
Is it really? Oh, I need to go log in.
I don't know what happened.
It's okay.
So anyway, I created a level 1 goblin priest.
Okay.
And then I boosted that priest after inviting him in the guild. So all those achievements seem to hit on every level.
Ding, ding, ding,
My
ding,
whole
ding, ding,
son
ding, ding.
has leveled to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 100, and 110. Then, after that, it would seem that a little bit ironic on Winterhoof as it level 20.
Ooh.
And we also have Joyful Cullen as level 50 on Earthen Ring US. Congratulations. No new achievements for Time Flies, but we're still hopeful that that's going to happen sometime soon.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll be recording next Sunday, the same time. That'll work for everybody.
Sure.
Shout out to Jeppy and Kyle. Jeppy is playing right along. And I guess that's about it. For anybody else got anything to add? Thank you, chat room. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, chat room.
Thank you, chat room.
Anything else we want to add?
Not really.
That's it. Okay.
I'm really fatigued this weekend.
Yeah, me too.
I'm afraid I'm just going to bail after the show because I can barely keep my eyes open. I'm blinking very, very long periods of time.
I hope you like our little green screen fun we're doing here. I thought it was kind of nice. Well, I'm Aprillian for the Horde.
And I'm Constrax for the Brawlers Guild. Looking forward to that.
This has been Grand Acres. Rule of acquisition number 19. Satisfaction is not guaranteed. And I hope it still turns out good tonight. So go Niners.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks, chat room.
Thank you, chat room. Thank
so
you.
Good to see you. Thank you, Kyle. Bye, Juppy, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys later.
Yep. Do you want to do the emissary stuff?
Maybe next week. Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Next week.
Next week doesn't work because next week it's only up for another day and a half. So.
The other emissaries.
What do we need?
It's only 4 quests.
I'm not physically capable of doing one quest.
Well, I'll do it, no problem.
Okay, maybe another time though. I really need to go right now.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay,
but
no
thank
problem.
you. You're the best.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good
It's
night.
taking me the whole show to do my pet battle quests. I'm so out of it.
I think I logged into the wrong account for Worm. Well, for Wormmaster Cord, because I think she's just the only tune I have on Worm. Oh no, not Wormmaster Cord. On Lightning Hoof. That's the one with Nevercuff.
Hang on, let me bring that up right now for you. It's Alliance side. I know it doesn't mean much. So, but the one on Wormmaster Cord.
No. Which one did you say was the one that? Oh, Winterhoof.
No, Wormmaster Cord is the one that's inactive.
Oh, okay.
The Alliance Guild Leader.
I just went in there a little while ago. Oh, the Alliance Guild Leader. Okay, all right, gotcha. I was. Okay, I was on the
Horde one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got you. All right, guys.
I always check Alliance first. That's because I'm an Alliance at heart. And so, I know. Just like Grand Aegis is Undead Warlock for life, I'm Alliance for life.
Forsaken Warlock.
Forsaken Warlock.
Warlock.
There's a difference.
There's a distinct, yeah.
All right. I'll get on that then. So it's on the Alliance side. Okay.
Dishna.
Okay. I'll get her up.
Dishna, level 1 hunter, Dark Commander.
Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. I gotta go lay down. I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I gotta
this was really cool. I love the background. Yours was great. Yours was fantastic. Yeah. All right. See you later. I'll put this out tonight. All right. Bye.